Hi out there in particle counting world, this is Peter McGuire coming to you live from the Lighthouse Studios in beautiful Fremont, California. Today I'm here to talk to you about the sample settings inside of a Solair or Apex line of particle counters from Lighthouse. So let's get started. Step one, you're going to hit the configuration button, which is going to bring you into the configuration screen. You're going to see multiple selections here. You're going to go to the sample button, which also has a clock on it. We're going to go into the sample settings. When you get into the sample settings menu, you're going to see multiple selections: cycles, delay, hold, sample, volume. And we're going to walk through the functionality of each one of these with you. We're going to start with the cycles button. So the number of cycles is the number of samples that you're going to take in any single location. Currently, you can see it's set to 000. When it's set to 000, it's going to just continually sample. Once you hit the start button, it's not going to stop until you hit the stop button. However, let's say, for example, I wanted to take 5 samples in a specific location. I would merely enter the number 5, hit enter. Now we can see my cycles is set to 5. This means when I hit the start button, it's going to take 5 samples and then stop. The next button is the delay button. The delay button allows us to actually move away from the instrument before it actually starts sampling. So typically for a delay period of time, I like to set 5 seconds. So we're going to enter 5, hit enter. So what this means now is once I hit the start button on the front menu, I will have 5 seconds to move away from the instrument before it starts counting. The purpose of this is to make sure that I personally am not adding any contamination to the location that I'm sampling. The next button is the hold button. The hold button actually holds the sample in between individual samples. So for example, we're going to take 5 samples. We have a delay time of 5 seconds, and let's enter a hold time of maybe 59 minutes. Enter. So my hold time is now 59 minutes. So what's going to happen is that we're going to take a 1-minute sample. It's going to hold for 59 minutes. And then it's going to take another sample, hold for 59 minutes, and it's going to repeat this until the 5 cycles are complete. The next button is the actual sample time. Right now you can see the sample time is set to 1 second. That's pretty short for particle counting. So we're going to set a 1-minute sample and enter. So now what I have here is I've set a 1-minute sample. So I'm going to repeat again. We're going to take 5 samples. We're going to have a 5-second delay to allow us to move away from the instrument before it starts sampling. We have a hold time of 59 minutes between samples. We have a sample time of 1 minute. Finally, if you aren't really sure how long of a sample, but you know that you want to take a specific volume of air, which is normally a cubic foot or cubic meter. In this case, you could actually come to the volume button. And let's say I wanted to sample a cubic meter. I would hit the cubic meter button. I want to sample 1 cubic meter and enter. And you'll notice that the sample time automatically changes. This is a 1 CFM instrument, so it's going to take a sample for 35 minutes and 19 seconds to accumulate 1 cubic meter of air. So that's a review of our sample settings. Once again, cycles is the number of samples that it's going to take in a single location. If I set the cycles to 0, it's going to continuously sample until I hit stop. We have the delay button, which is going to allow us to move away from the instrument before it actually starts sampling, so we are not adding any type of contamination from our bodies into the sample. We have the hold button, which is going to be between samples, so it will sample and then hold for a set period of time. And then we have the sample time itself, which is the amount of time we want to sample, or we can choose a specific volume and enter that into here. Now if we go back to the main screen, all of these settings are up now in the main screen, and you are ready to start particle counting. Yeah! Thank you for tuning in to this class. If you have any other questions, please reach out to us at www.golighthouse.com. Have an excellent day.